Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin on a daily. As you saw yesterday, we did have a very non-important close. We held above the $28,700, which we've been looking at for a while. Very nice big wick up. Now it's about today to see where we are going to close. Any time frame closes, such as a daily, a 4-hour or hourly, under $28,800 today, I would be very cautious to the downside. And this time when we lose that level, I have a level over here at 28,100 as a possible level of support. If you look left on a weekly, you'll see what I mean. On a weekly, at that level is where we prior consolidation in 2021 at this area. All right, and then aside from that level, I am looking for 27,500 because that is the fib. And then last case scenario, we have 27,000 even for the 200 EMA. And if we can't have support on the 200 EMA, we are going to look for the last low, which is at 25,400 for the wick. And all the way after that, we're looking for 19,500 and 17,700 due to the fact that those are the measured moves outside of this large pink channel. Aside from that, let's look at these levels as we get there. But if we just quickly flush down, this is the levels that I'm looking for due to it being the weekend. Keep in mind also the volume on the weekly is still pretty decent. And the whole important thing about this weekly close was that we have to get above 31,250. And I've probably said that like 50 times. It's actually now 30,600. So this actually moved down a little bit. So we have to get above 30,600 before 8 p.m. on tomorrow, or I expect the next whole week to go even lower and test into this 200 and maybe even lower than that. So keep that in mind. Let me go to the daily real quick on Bitcoin. On the daily, as I was saying, any closes under 28,800, we have issues. But to the upside, I already gave you that level, that 30,600 is where we would ideally want to get above. And then for me, this 31,250 is what I'm looking for a close above for me to say, hey, we have the bottom in and we can look for upper targets where we find resistance and move accordingly. If we do get above 31,250, I'm looking for the 21 EMA, which is also on the fib at 32,374. All right, going to the 4-hour. Since we have 40 minutes left, I just want to point out this green channel and this purple channel. So this green channel, if we lose it, we have a measured move to break, and there we go. And it's all into the bottom of this purple channel and this fib, which is at 27,500. So if we close this 4-hour candle outside of this green channel, the next candle, if we can't get back up above the top of the purple, I would expect the downward move to come in. We might test the support again at 28,800, and then we can look for lower targets if we open and close underneath it. So keep an eye out on today. Another thing I wanted to point out is that on Friday, the CME closed at 29,260. So we should basically stay around this level, maybe $100 up, $100 down due to the premium for the futures, and then stay around here until Sunday close anyway. Any major moves outside of this area before Sunday, I would assume that we come back to that area before Sunday is over, at least test it, and then we can move whichever direction we want. As you can see, I have this little distributive pattern for this move to the downside. Not saying that this distributive pattern will work, but this is how I saw what was most likely And then this was my other hourly consolidation, that when we didn't break into this golden pocket and started rejecting and saw this wick, I was like, this is possibly where the next distribution will come in. And that's literally, I had this line and this measured move, and we literally did everything exactly like that. So same thing here, we look like this. This was an accumulation pattern, and I said this breakout, and that's literally what happened. So right now I'm looking at a same situation here. I'm looking at it like this though. I don't think the 21 is going to get broken on a 4-hour, and if so, we have all the way to the 55, which is at 30,245, and that still doesn't break above the 30,600 that I need for my weekly candle, which is right on the top of this Bollinger Band. So all of these levels are very, very important today. Today I'm looking for this to just roll on over, but just stay a little bit of consolidation around here, and then maybe Sunday we get the full move as CME is opening at 6, due to the fact that next week the markets might continue their drop, and everyone is trying to buy the dip thinking the bottom is in, and that is absolutely the wrong thing to do. The bottom had to prove itself to us this entire week to close above 31,250, and already CME is closed all the way at 29.2. So technically we have not made the move that I wanted for my weekly close, and I'm looking for lower all of next week regardless of what happens between now and Sunday. But if Sunday we claim this up here, then I will wait for New York session to open and show that yes, there is buying momentum. Otherwise we can just have a roll-off effect because the weekend was low volume and the market maker just pushed it up on low volume just to get everyone euphoric, and then short and dump on their head as markets open 9:30 Monday. So be very cautious. There is plenty of time both ways. You might have to not have a perfect entry, but hey, if you know you're going down, you can take a short with the stop loss right above the 21 right now, and then you could collect your profit on the support and then hold a little bit more for lower. Or you can wait for the bottom of this purple channel, take a long, and then have a stop loss right underneath going like, hey, yeah, this is where support will be. Or you could take a long over here with a stop loss right underneath, or you could take a long here with a stop loss right underneath. You have options is what I'm saying. You could play both options if you want. You could take a short here, take a long here, and have both trades running and have stops, so that way if the price comes back at you any direction, you can get out in profit. So keep that in mind for Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum real quick on a weekly, and then I will follow up on these weekly closes tomorrow. I just want you to see this for our own viewing pleasure. So Ethereum, we need to close above 2020 basically on a weekly, and without that, if we lose that 2020, we're going to have a possible drop down to the support, which is 1715, and then after that we have the 200 at 1640, and after that we have 1300 basically. And these levels we've been looking at for I don't even know how long, but they have not changed. Losing this 1300, we have this targeted range to come into this consolidation between these two green channels, and we can look for a breakup after that. So keep that in mind. Right now we are following the orange channel descending channel down. We trying to get into this green ascending channel up, but as of right now we are following the orange channel down. All right, let's go to a daily. On a daily time frame, we had a distributive pattern, and I have a measured move here. So we're waiting for this to lose its low. If it loses its low over here at 1900, I would expect it to go to 1715 to test its wick. Basically the same thing as Bitcoin. But if we go sideways here, that's fine, as long as we have some volume to bring us back up. Once we start having opens and closes on the daily above 2050, we can look for the target, for the higher target to come into fruition, and maybe test the golden pocket at 2200 and then the 21 EMA at 2170, and then we can look for the top of the green channel to be our resistance, which is also the fib at 2357. So that is on a daily. Let's go to a 4-hour, and I just want to say right now the volume is slowing down for the upside, and now the downside is about to start. We are pushing off the 21 EMA. So if we start closing 4-hour candles under 1950, I would assume that we're going to retest this low. And then once we test this low, if we have 4-hour opens and closes underneath this, we're going to definitely make that measured move down. I'll just move that right over there. And this is what I'm looking for right now. And if this measured move does come to fruition, I'm looking for support at the bottom of the wick, this fib 1720, 1715. And losing here, the support, then we're going to look for much, much lower, which I mentioned already. So keep that in mind, guys. That is Bitcoin and Ethereum for you guys quickly on a daily, 4-hour, and a weekly time frame with my targets. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please just leave it in the section below and I will get back to you ASAP. Aside from that, guys, I am hoping for you to please press the like button, the subscribe button, and press the bell button for notifications. And I hope that you are trading safely this weekend. Don't forget, I love you, and if you need me, just message me. I will get back to you. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and talk to you soon. Trade safe, guys.